Well, actually, a tough beginning of the game. You turn the ball over that way, it's going to be tough to win a football game. They took advantage of a couple of mistakes we made, and it cost us at the end. I mean, I thought our guys played well down the stretch, but it's a four-quarter game, and when you don't play well in the first quarter and a half, you make it hard on yourselves, and we did. You know, and we as coaches go back, evaluate this, and make sure we're putting these guys in position to have success. So.
Were you able to break down those last three plays second, third, and fourth down passes, what you saw, what happened?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, again, we had some opportunities. You make your breaks. We didn't get any breaks on those, so that's part of it.
Did Cam get hit on the interception run? Looked like the ball came
Yes,
out.
it did. His right arm. It's unfortunate because we had a double move on that, and we had a step on the corner. And if he could have put that ball out there, who knows what happens at that point.
You talked about the beginning of the game. Was there any thought to going for it on that 4th and 1?
4th and 1 on our side of the 50? No. We punted the ball. We got the ball back. We had an opportunity. Unfortunately, we turned it over. So, no, there was no thought on that there.
How much it struggled with the run game, particularly in the first half?
Well, I think it does. It does contribute a little bit. You got to run the ball successfully to make your entire offensive arsenal, palatable. They had success running the ball, so their play action was very palatable. They did a nice job mixing up their play calling. You got to give them credit. They came out and played hard, and like I said, they capitalized on the mistakes we made, and down the stretch, they were able to hold us off.
Ron, you kept DJ in the game and kept playing after those two first half fumbles, especially for a rookie. Where's the line between his punishment and then building confidence after a mistake?
Well, I think this is all about building confidence. DJ is going to be a part of what we do for a long time, as is Curtis Samuels, as is pretty much anybody on this football team. And if we believe in them, we're going to keep putting them out there. And that's the only way these guys are going to learn and develop into players that we believe they can be. And we'll stick with them. We've done it in the past where the quarterbacks come back and threw the ball to the guy, and we'll continue to do it. We're trying to develop a football team, and I'm not too concerned about punishing players for making mistakes as much as we are about developing and making sure they're learning and growing and being able to go forward with them. So that's the idea behind that.
What did you see on the two fumbles?
Well, just too much effort on the punt. The truth of the matter is, once he got locked up, he should have protected the ball and gone down. And the other one, you got to give them credit. They punched the ball out, a little something that Josh Norman learned from Charles Peanut Tillman, and that was the punch. So you got to give them credit for a play well made.
You mentioned Norman. Did it seem like he got energized with that interception? The fumble came shortly after that interception.
Well, yeah, I think again, anytime you turn the ball over 3 times, in the first 15, 18 minutes of the game, it should energize you as a football team. And like I said, they capitalized and put some points up on the board early. And again, that falls on us. We got to protect the ball, and we can't put them in those positions to have success against us.
When something like that does happen, as it did today, how do you go about orchestrating kind of them people staying even keel? How do you?
Well, that's it. Is just trying to make sure we're staying even keel. The biggest thing, more so than anything else, though, is you gotta force something on the other side of the ball. When you're put in a tough situation as a defense, you've got to force a field goal, or you got to force a takeaway or something. But you can't let them capitalize. And unfortunately, the first time we had one, we gave up on the very next play. We gave up a seams right up the middle for a touchdown.
A lot of people talk about a boost you might get from Thomas Davis and Greg Olsen having them out there. What did you see from those two?
I thought those guys brought some energy. I thought those guys played well, and both guys did exactly what we believe they can, and that was make plays and contribute to this. Unfortunately, we didn't pull it out at the end.
Was there anything you can attribute the early first quarter struggles to?
Other than the turnovers, no. Again, like I said, you got to give them credit. They came out and played hard as well. Their backs were a little bit up against the wall. They had a tough one on Monday night, and they responded very nicely for Coach Gruden.
Ron, what were you most disappointed in?
Well, more so than anything else is when we turned the ball over, the sudden change of defense. You'd like to see us been able to force some field goals, and we didn't. Unfortunately, we gave up a big play. They ran a seams route against a cover 3, and it's easy to split. The quarterback did a nice job. He pumped out to his right. The safety had to drift over that way, and it opened up the tight end up the left seam.
Did Eric get a little out of position on that shoulder thing?
Yeah, I mean, again, whoever the post safety was, yes, and that's tough because the quarterback had a little bit of time. He was able to pump it and drew him off his mark. And again, that's very tough. That's tough duty to ask a safety, especially when a quarterback can pump and turn back and come back the other way.
Ron, you talked about the importance of special teams last week. You made it a point to run them out there, and then they were so good. But then we saw the opposite side today.
It was unfortunate. It's all part of the game. And, you're going to make mistakes, and Now you can't allow the opponent to capitalize, and that's what happened. We allowed them to capitalize, and it cost us at the end. And as I said, we got to make sure as coaches we're putting them in position to be successful.
Ron, obviously last week you had a very different story after a close game, a tight game, a couple of turnovers, but came out with the win. Would you like to see a little bit more consistency in rallying after things like this happen?
Very much so. I mean, and that's all part of the game. And again, you have bad things happen. How do you respond? And for us, we're learning and we're growing from it. And again, it's something that I think our young players will take. Our veteran guys will be a little salty about it tomorrow, and deservedly so, because we're going to get a chance to look at the tape and we'll see that we missed some opportunities.
That's definitely a message you share a lot. When something happens, how do you respond? How did
Right.
they respond today?
Well, I think, again, we responded well enough down the stretch to give us a chance to win. We just didn't pull it off. So, again, that's what you'd like to be able to do, because the confidence was high when we forced the last field goal, because the margin was 7 at that point to win. 6 to tie, 7 to win, and we felt pretty comfortable that we could get the ball down there. Now it was just a matter of finishing it. Unfortunately, we didn't. And, again, like I said, you got to credit them for what happened.
Ron, did Eric use a few more blitzes today?
Well, he mixed it up. We had a couple other things that he had installed and he called, and some of them worked. We were successful with some of them. Unfortunately, we gave up a little bit too many rushing yards more so than anything else, and again, credit to them. They blocked well up front. Adrian Peterson ran hard, and I think he created the opportunity for them down the stretch to control the clock a little bit.
Ron, what do you think what you got from Devin and Torrey today?
Well, I think, again, it's exactly what we hope for. If they're shutting the run down, we got to be able to open it up downfield. We got to mix it up with being able to throw the ball to the quarterback. To the tight end, and then throwing it to the receivers downfield, which we did. And again, I really, thought those guys came through for us. It's just unfortunate we really didn't start rolling until, we got into the second half. And again, I really do want to credit them because of what they did and the way they played.
What
Ross,
was your
speaking
ma-
of that, what do you think of Cam Newton's maturation as a quarterback, standing in the pocket, being able to get the ball like he did today?
Well, I think it just shows, he's developing and continuing that process. Bringing Coach Turner in was with that in mind of him growing and taking the next step. And we're starting to see even more so that. He's trying to be patient. He's trying to let things unfold. And I thought he made a couple good decisions to throw the ball away, which is important as well.
I know you haven't looked at the film of today yet, but how do you assess Eric's performance on the field through 2 games with you?
Well, Eric Reed?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Eric's done a great job. I really did. I mean, he made some really nice open field tackles too to keep Adrian from popping a couple big long runs. And again, that's what we're looking for is a big physical, athletic safety, and that's what we've gotten in him. And he's done a great job for us. I think the more and more he gets comfortable, the more and more you'll see him make plays. And it's just a matter of time, I think, before he really blows one out of the stadium for us and just has a big day.
Offensively or defensively, what did you see from Washington today that might have surprised you?
I thought they just played a steady game. I don't think there was anything that surprised us. I mean, they're a good football team. They run the ball extremely well with Adrian. They did a nice job mixing their play calling in. You really couldn't get a beat on them, and so you just got to give them credit. Again, as I said, I thought the things that they did, they came out and took advantage of our mistakes, and that's why they won the football game. All right, cool. Thank you.